So moving back to the more practical example is the Apache Hadoop. Okay, so I'll give you just a very small overview of Hadoop framework and also an example to how to process data in Hadoop. Uh, you don't have to understand each and every concept here, but just try to get the flavor of it because it's very hard to describe the systems in very short time. But I have tried my best to cover most of the parts and try to make it easy for you. Okay, so on the right hand side, on the left hand side, you'll see this typical architecture of Hadoop system where there are computers which are like typical uh, commodity computers, maybe cheap and older computers as well, 10 years old, and you might want to sell it for very small price like 2000 or 3000. But if you combine them together, you can build your Hadoop cluster. So each of them have their own file system, which is local file system. On top of it, there lies HDFS, which is the Hadoop file system. It's a distributed file system, and on top of the HDFS, you can store your data. So if you see these blocks, these are files, or these are some data sets which are stored on top of HDFS. So Hadoop comes for mainly two purposes. One is computation and secondary for storage. Storage is SDFS format, and computation is called the MapReduce computation. And on right hand side, you'll see this diagram of MapReduce, how a computation based on MapReduce can be done. Imagine that you have very large file, maybe 1 terabytes of file, and you want to process it. If you run a typical program on your machine, you'll have to load the file into memory. But in order to load a big file into memory, you'll need 1 TB of RAM, and that's very expensive. Although 1 TB of RAM is available, but that's expensive. And if you have in bigger files, you'll have to buy RAM of that much size, which are, and if file level goes beyond that, maybe petabyte level, it's not possible to buy a RAM of that size. That's why Hadoop and MapReduce can help us and can rescue us from problem. So if you have 1 terabytes of file and you want to process it with MapReduce, whole file is distributed over this HDFS. So one file is not just stored at one machine; it's split chunk-wise on these several machines. And each each of this computer you're seeing here, it has its own chunk of this of this file on HDFS. And whatever computations you want to define, that should be done in terms of map and reduce. This is a different computation paradigm where generally on any program you write your flow like addition, subtraction, multiplication, etc., etc. These are some low level operations, but high level operations for map for this Hadoop system are map and reduce. Map is something where you take some data, you transform it, and you output it. Reduce is you get the transform data and you get the gist out of it and you output it. That's called reduce. So map takes key value pair as input and again a key value pair as output. So it actually takes a key and value, it transforms the value and also outputs another value and with a different key. Similarly, reduce takes several of key value pairs as input and computes some summary and outputs another key and value. So first comes reduce and first come remap and then comes reduce, and combinedly they form one step of MapReduce. If you want to build more steps to it, you can go iteratively. It's like MapReduce, one big step, and then further add another MapReduce.